Because I never reviewed the first season on this channel, I figured I'd start out with a brief recap of what I liked and didn't like about the first 16 episodes. I thought that the first season was decent. It had a good story, and I enjoyed getting to see a wide variety of planets and locations, some familiar and some brand new. But the main problem I've had so far is that I just can't seem to connect with the main cast of characters like I've been able to do with other Star Wars shows, animated or live action. Even though I was younger when I saw it, I never even had this problem with Star Wars Resistance. It's something about the Bad Batch's characters that I just can't seem to latch onto, and it's really hindered my ability to enjoy the series so far. I'm hoping they get more development this season, and I can grow to care about them more. I thought the animation for the first season was great, and it looks like that will continue through this season based on what we've seen through the first 2 episodes and the other footage we've gotten as well. I thought this was a decent premiere. It was enjoyable, but I wasn't impressed by anything new that was done. To me, it really just felt like a lot of the same from last season. They go on a mission, get into trouble, helped by some people in the area, and they escape with their lives. There were a couple of good character moments throughout the 2 episodes, but not enough where I was able to care any more about these clones. I thought that Omega and Echo were great in these episodes, getting to have a few one-on-one moments together, but the rest of the crew felt sidelined for much of it. Hunter had his one conversation with Echo early in the first episode, where we see the differences between him and Echo, with Hunter wanting to protect Omega and Echo wanting to fight the Empire. But after that, he and Wrecker were minor parts of the episode. And something about Tech here just rubbed me the wrong way. I didn't mind him all that much in the first season, but there was something about his role here that I didn't enjoy, but I can't figure out what it was. And another small thing is that even though it was first introduced in the first season, there was something about Omega's bow and her skill in using it that really interested me this time around. It feels like such a unique design, and I'm looking forward to seeing it in action again. Something that I was really looking forward to this season was going to Serenno and getting to flesh out the planet and its culture a little more. I was a bit disappointed with how little new details we learned, but there's only so much they can fit in with a short episode. I think that'll be a big aspect that I have to consider when going through this season. Compared to Andor and a lot of the other shows that I've been watching, these episodes are roughly half as long, if not even shorter than that. I almost wish that they would shorten this season and make the episodes longer, but there's only so much development that can happen in 20 minutes. Back to Serenno though, we got to see the impact that the Empire has had on the Serenno, and I think having seen the planet in the Clone Wars and then now, it does evoke a bit of emotion after seeing how much destruction and pain has been brought on by the Empire. The planet used to be full of cities and people, and now we only see a lone survivor, although he does mention others out there. I was excited when he was first introduced because we would get to see everything through his eyes and maybe get more details about what happened to Serenno after the war ended, but it felt like it was just glossed over. We got the conversation between him and Tech about how Serenno was more than just a separatist planet during the war, but other than that we didn't get much. I did like how many times Dooku was mentioned and how we got to see a bit of his impact on the people of his own planet. Even though he followed the dark side, I feel like there's always been an aspect to his character where he isn't as bad as some of the other villains. He left the Jedi peacefully, and with good reason, to return to his home planet to rule them fairly after his brother was killed. However, this shows that he wasn't as good to his people and those a part of his separatist movement than some might have thought. Especially coming off of Andor, I wasn't thrilled about how incompetent the clone troopers were. I understand that they can only do so much when we only have 5 or 6 characters in the episode, but even Tech's one injury came from falling, not a clone, who is supposed to be a much better shot in blaster combat than a stormtrooper. As a result, I thought the action was alright, but it felt like just a bunch of blasting back and forth. At first it was neat, but it didn't take long to become boring. One more thing I was surprised with was how much of the trailer footage was seen in the first 2 episodes. We got the crabs on the beach to open up the first episode, we were introduced to Fee right after, and then we go to Serenno where a lot of the shots were from. I wouldn't be surprised if all the footage we've seen only comes from the first 5 or 6 episodes. The Bad Batch Season 2 premiere has its moments where it develops both the characters and the world around them, but still leaves more to be desired, earning a rating of 7 out of 10. Let me know what you thought of the first 2 episodes in the comments below. Remember to like the video, and subscribe for more reviews like this, and remember to follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Thank you all for watching, and remember, the Force will be with you, always.